So check this out, y'all. I recently just dropped a course called Embodiment Training. That's right. You want to know more about embodiment training? Then hit me up at CoachKey08 That's my Gmail. But anyway, I recently was in contact with one of my supporters, one of my clients, and they was asking me what I thought. I pretty much explained on my videos, but I understand that, sometimes when it comes to receiving information, we all process information at different levels, on different, we perceive information differently. That's what I'm saying. And one of my clients, she was asking me, she was like, well, Coach Key, what do you mean when you say I gotta lock in? What do you mean when you say I gotta go all in and lock in? And for me, like I pinpointed out to her, locking in, most people think about locking in like, thinking that you gotta lock into, like super zoom in, focus on things outside of yourself. Now, don't get me wrong, you do have to do that to a certain degree, once you get super focused and you got things going on in your life, whether that's you creating something new, you gotta lock in. But on the grand scheme of things, on the bigger level, what I really be talking about when I say you gotta lock in, I'm talking about you have to lock in internally. Think about it, locking in. In represents the internal. You gotta lock into who you truly are internally, because we gotta remember that life is a mirror, is a reflecting mirror, meaning as within, aka as within you, your vessel, source, whatever's going on internally has to be reflected externally. So when I talk about locking in, I'm talking about going within, locking into, not needing validation, not needing approval, not needing somebody to come and cheer you on, not needing things to be, laid all out for you. Like, no. When you lock in, it doesn't matter what's going on externally because you locked in. And when you really understand what locking in, you can't do nothing but win. Listen, life is literally a reflection, y'all. It's like being that it's a mirror. You can't go stand in front of a mirror and expect your reflection to smile if you, being the source, is not smiling. You gotta smile first before the mirror actually smiles back at you, because it's a reflection. It's all you. So what I'm here to tell you is when you lock in, you put the smile on your face within. You level up within. You raise your vibration within. You start thinking powerful and positive within. Once you do that consistently, then guess what the mirror is going to do? AKA your 3D reality. Guess what that's going to do? It's going to reflect to you what you got going on internally. So like I said, when I talk about locking in, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. Locking in internally. Becoming the programmer. Becoming the coder of your matrix. We in a simulation, y'all. We in a big ass quantum computer that you get to recode because you're the programmer. Only programmers can code computers. And you got to understand that the people in your program, in your simulation, in your matrix, majority of them is NPCs. It's not that many programmers here. It's only they like to say 144,000 people. It's only the non-ether that can really program. We the real programmers. The thing is, we've been allowing the program to trick us and feed us illusions. So we've been programming this matrix by default. We've been programming it, based off of the trickery and deceit. So we've been doing their job. They've been feeding us narratives, and we've been creating the wrong narrative. So this is why reality looks how it looks, and it is what it is, because we have been programming the matrix the wrong way, because we've been not remembering that life is a reflection, as within as without. So all they've been doing is feeding us illusions and narratives, and we've been buying. This is why I talk about it's so important not to buy everybody's storyline, not to buy what they feed to you and the propaganda and what they sell to you with all their corrupted narratives. It's all, the world is a stage, y'all. So it's a bunch of actors putting on a show. You've been buying the show, believing the show, so by default, you've been creating this illusion. So I'm here to tell you that it's all good. Now you have the power to recreate, come up with your own narrative, your own storyline, and be that consistently. But you only can do that only when you lock in. You got to lock in with that divine, and you are that. So like I said, when I talk about locking in, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. Locking in the internal. Like I said, not focusing on out here in the program matrix, but focusing in, remembering that you are the programmer, the coder of the matrix. Allow life to be whatever it be, because it's gonna be whatever it be for a minute until the universe really understands that, hey, she's back in the driver's seat. She's back in control now. She's back typing on her quantum computer and not allowing the program to be in control. That's the only thing that's been happening, y'all. This thing is super duper easy, I'm telling y'all. It's easy once you get used to it, but the thing is, you're getting used to feeling unfamiliar because we haven't been being in the driver's seat. So now you got to drive your own car. We've been allowing somebody else to drive our car. We got to remember what your car is. I'm going to make a video about that. How you are the actual car. You the driver, the car, the whole damn shit. Bang. Anyway, let me get on out here, y'all. Till the next time, this is your girl, Charlotte the Goddess, aka Coach Key. Take care of your energy.